When Doc left Colorado a week ago, he thought he was leaving the cold weather behind, and that has not been the case.
Yeah, he brought it with him. And, Doc, this isn't exactly the perfect storm, but a lot of conditions are coming together to make it a troubling night.
Well, I'm going to tell you, it's a lot more of a threat tonight than it was last night at this time, and I'll show you why here in just a minute. But we do have that ice storm warning until 9 o'clock tomorrow for all of our viewing area except the coastal counties of Brazoria, Galveston, and Chambers. Now, you need two things to have an ice event. First of all, you need to have the temperatures at freezing or below. Well, that's occurring. You can see from our weather map here, Conroe's already below freezing at 31. College Station is at 30. Tomball is freezing at 32. Victoria is freezing at 32. And out on the west side, Brenham is reporting 28 degrees right now. You also need precipitation. Well, now let me show you what's happened over the last 20 hours or so. Let's go back to 10 o'clock last night. Remember, all day yesterday we had this band of rain that stayed to the northwest of us. And as we put the radar into motion, you can see that that band continues through the early part of our movie here. Also notice that there's a cluster of rain that formed down by Brownsville, and it moved off the coastline. But what I really want you to watch is we come to the end of this movie. That would be current conditions. See how subtly this whole area is moving now to the southeast, which means we have a whole bunch of precipitation to the southwest of us. It's moving towards the northeast, and I think there's a pretty good chance we're going to see that precipitation move across us during the nighttime. I've drawn on the 32-degree line. That would be the freeze line. Right now it extends just to the south of Conroe, back to Tomball, and on down to Victoria. And on the radar here, everything you see in white is frozen precipitation. We've had all kinds of reports of freezing rain back in this area. I just got a call from our weather observer at Conroe, and he said there's some ice on some of the bridges up there. We had a report down in Wharton County of some ice forming there. East Bernard, ice is now forming on the cars. We've had either a mix or frozen precipitation from Bush on up through Conroe, College Station, and Huntsville. So everybody in this white area has reported either snow or freezing rain or a mix of precipitation. Now let's look at the big picture. This goes back 24 hours. Now watch that line of precipitation form yesterday, stayed to the north of us, and one more time, see this area right here? That begins to drift to the south, and that's why I think we're going to have precipitation move across us tonight. One of the warmer places in the state today was out at Amarillo, where they had sunshine. They were 22 yesterday. They were up to 35 today. But everybody over the state is reporting near or just below freezing, and that includes us here in southeast Texas. 34 at Bush. We think that temperature will go down to 32, maybe 31. The other thing I'd point out, the winds are out of the north, 18 gusts into 30. A small craft advisory is in effect. Seas are running 5 to 7 feet offshore. One more time, watch how rapidly these clouds are moving to the northeast. At 40,000 feet, the winds are blowing over 100 miles an hour, and that's bringing all that moisture from the Pacific. And again, you can see that the moisture has eased a little bit to the south, and I think it's going to go over us tonight. And nice weather to the north, but still quite cold today. So here's what's going to happen. You can see that moisture continues to flow in here tonight. Another cold front approaching as we head towards Thursday. That means we'll have a little break in the cold weather. That cold front will go by us sometime Friday, but that's not nearly as cold as the air that's over us now. Around 32 tomorrow morning, and there's a good chance we'll see some icing some places, 37 in the afternoon. Then we get a break in the colder weather, and we'll see a little warmer temperatures as we head into the weekend. But I think there's a very serious threat tonight of icing over all of our viewing areas except the coastal counties.